What is up, everybody? Welcome back. This is episode number 4. Portfolio value as of May 7th, 2025 is 80,425, fluctuating. So it has been an amazing month. I'm up 16,856, but still down all time 6,554. Markets are doing really well. Just so you guys know, I'm recording this midnight, May 8th. So the markets are yet to open. Uh, Bitcoin, matter of fact, crypto is doing extremely well for the last few hours, and I can actually see Bitcoin break the resistance. It was lingering around this 92 to 97 500 mark for the past almost half a month here, and it's finally breaking out and has reached 99,339 in just the last, I would say, 12 hours. So watching this closely, everything obviously along with this is moving up. Our favorite and much awaited Ethereum is also nearing the $2,000 mark. Let's hope for the best. I think the markets were just waiting for the FOMC meeting to, um, sorry, for Fed Chair Jerome Powell to come out with his narrative for the next few months, because more or less everybody knew that there wouldn't be a rate cut or increase, and as expected he has held it steady. He hasn't moved the rates, but the market was waiting more for his future predictions, and it looked quite optimistic. The market liked it, and that is one of the reasons that this price is now finally recovering, along with trade tensions between the US and China will finally come to an end. Hopefully, in the next coming of weeks, it looks like they're coming to a resolution, and a lot of things are working out in the market's favor. Just a little thing happening there in Asia. There's been uh, a slight escalation between the India-Pakistan tensions. There is a lot of retaliation going on now between India and Pakistan for the last few days, and I would say for the past couple of weeks, which has now added to the ongoing conflicts between Russia and Ukraine, and obviously the decades old conflict between Israel and Palestine. So just watch out for all these. This is not a political channel, but all these things really affect the market. So I wanted to bring this to your notice. Anyways, this episode number 4, would be focused, as I mentioned, on the high income ETF shares. So currently in my portfolio, as you guys know from previous episodes, I'm really crypto heavy because I'm very optimistic about this market. Now, the market hasn't opened yet, but looking at the price action here for the last 12 hours since the market was closed, I'm pretty sure that when the market opens, I will be over 70,000 on this, and my overall portfolio value will be close to 83, maybe even 85,000. So that's pretty promising, because back in Feb, 3 months ago, I was at $98,000. So it'd be nice to go back to at least the low 90s, if not the high 80s in the coming weeks. So going back to the high income ETFs. So I want to give you guys a brief description on what these high income ETFs are, why I'm getting into these high income ETFs, and what's my strategy. So obviously, we all know that Bitcoin and the crypto market, more or less follows a 4-year cycle. There's always the years that the market goes up, and there are years the market goes down, goes up, it goes down, goes up, it goes down. Now, I obviously would not want to hold through the entire up and down of the market. So, my plan for the next phase of this market, when it crosses the $106,000 mark and probably goes, I know people have unrealistic price predictions of half a million, 1 million, but as soon as Bitcoin goes over 120, maybe 150,000, I am going to get really active and start pushing not money out of just Bitcoin, but out of my other major holdings like Coinbase, especially Ethereum once it breaks even, HODL, and MicroStrategy here, which is doing really well, which is also high income ETF. But I will sell shares from this and move them into safer assets like HYLD and HHIS. So, what is HHIS? So, HHIS is an high income ETF launched by the company Harvest. Now, they specialize, they comprise, this portfolio comprises of shares from these companies. I'm sure you heard of these names: Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Palantir, Tesla, Costco, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, Broadcom, Netflix, AMD, Alphabet, Eli Lilly. Not so popular, but one of the top holdings there. Why? Why did I decide to move most of my holdings into this? Because I believe in these names, but even more than that, this ETF, as the name suggests, is a high income ETF and pays 25 cents for every unit that you hold. Now, if you do the math right now on HHIS, I hold 116.85, almost 117 units. So if I were to do the math, 117 units into 25 cents per unit, I would almost make $29 every month off of this portfolio. So if you look at it in terms of yearly returns, it's pretty close to a 25 to 30% return annually. This dividend distribution. So I'm slowly but surely looking to move all these crypto ETFs and stocks, almost $70,000 worth, into companies that are more stable and the companies that will not have or maybe might have a milder cycle than the crypto companies or crypto ETFs. So I believe in these companies, and I think they wouldn't move as much as the crypto market once the bear market kicks in. So along with that, while the market is playing out, I also have, in fact, you can see I have 52%, a $5,000 gain already on this micro strategy high income ETF. But I had put $10,000 and I have 886 shares. So let me show you this, guys. This ETF, this micro strategy high income ETF, pays a distribution of 66 cents for every unit you hold. So this is absolutely crazy, guys. Like right now, if I were to show you, I have, how much do I have? Micro strategy, 886. 886 into 0.66. So this month, for the $10,000 that I've put in, I will get $584 every month. Every month, I will be getting $584,000 for the $10,000 that I have invested, and I am also getting capital gains here along with that. So the catch with these high income ETFs is, like, obviously this ETF is tied to the micro strategy price, but because I'm getting an almost 50% monthly distribution on this ETF, I would not get the meat of the move for the MicroStrategy stock. So, for example, if the MicroStrategy stock in a month would have moved 64%, then this ETF would have probably moved, I would say, half of that, 34%. Let's see, MTSE ETF. Let's see if you can find the returns chart. So the 1 month, let's see if it's got a 1 month on this. So 1 month return on this is, well, I wish it could show me that. But basically it was $11. Oh, 38% right here. So as I said, if the MicroStrategy stock goes up 60%, this will go a little more than half. So you got almost 40% out of the 60% that MicroStrategy went up. But at the same time, you're also getting, you see, 64, and then that went up as we discussed. In 1 month, it went up 38. So not half, but a little more than half, maybe 60%. So you're getting the meat of the move as well as getting monthly income in order to buy more shares of something else. Because the problem with most of these high volatile stocks is the stock is moving up and down, but you always forget to sell. Like, of course, now it looks nice because the stock moved up 64%. But in the last 6 months, it has only been chopping sideways and moved 45%. So during this phase, every month you are getting for the last 6 months. So for 6 months, each of that month, I would have got paid $584 on $10,000 that I invested. So that's a decent chunk of change. And I'm showing you this on 10,000. Some people have 100, 200,000, and you could definitely live off of that. But obviously, like all other crypto companies, I cannot really hold this through the bear market. I will be selling quite a bit of it and then moving it to HHIS, like I mentioned. And another one that I've started investing into, and I will definitely put a lot more into this in the coming weeks and months, is HYLD, guys. HYLD is another all, um, let's just say it's like an, it basically consists everything that the U.S. market has, and not to forget, has a 14% dividend with it. So if you look at the allocation of this ETF, you see it's got tech, healthcare, consumer, financials, communication, industry. So it's got a mix of everything. Obviously, it's a little tech heavy because most of the US market is dependent on tech. But if you look at other ETFs, they're almost 60, 70, 80% into tech, and this is only 30%. So you still have a very diverse allocation of stocks and ETFs within this ETF, and it pays 14.24%. So basically, the bottom line with my investment plan to go from 80,000 to 250,000, and then when I'm at 250,000, I will move most of my money into HHIS and HYLD. So HHIS would give me around 23%, and HYLD will give me around 14%, and I would be making more or less in my TFSA without paying taxes a monthly income of 18.5%. And I'm hoping that could help me live off of the gains that I'm making out of the income that I'm making. So we'll see how this goes, guys. I mean, I'm being too optimistic. Obviously, got a long way to go. I'm still at 80,000. Need to reach 250, which is almost 3 times from where I am right now. Uh, you know, during the last 1 year, there were phases where I've reached 112 twice. And as I mentioned in my earlier videos, the first time I pulled out money for my home, so I have a home here in Canada, and so there's always a possibility to, if things go really well and I decide to move out of Canada, I could always sell that home and then further put that money into my investment account as well. So for me to reach the 18 and a half, 20% monthly income distribution with 200,000 doesn't seem too unrealistic for me, but we'll see how it goes in the next coming weeks and months. I just wanted to give you guys a breakdown on how I'm investing in these ETFs and why I'm investing in these ETFs. If you see, I have daily recurring buys of small amounts right now in HYLD and HHIS. Along with I'm buying gold. Gold is always a hedge against any uncertainty that's happening. In the last one, you've seen a lot of appreciation in gold because when things are not going well, gold does really well. Another big position is Tesla, and I have high hopes in this company. I don't consider it to be a vehicle company. I consider this to be an AI robotics, and obviously, they're also into space company. And yeah, hopefully things will work out for them. And now that Elon has left Doge and is focusing more on Tesla, I'm hoping that I can increase this position to 10,000, and eventually this stock, in my opinion, will be at least double, at least $500-600, if not more. So that's a short rundown of the high income ETFs here in my TFSA, and how I plan to slowly sell off positions like all these miners, CleanSpark, and then Coinbase, the exchange, Ethereum, and Sol Strategies that focuses on Solana. Hut is another miner, and then slowly but surely move these profits into HHIS, HYLD, and then obviously have some individual stocks like Tesla. And if I find something interesting like MicroStrategy that pays me 50-60% monthly income with a potential for upside as well, most definitely I would go for that as well. So that's about it, guys. I mean, I was really looking forward to giving you a breakdown on these high income ETFs. A big thanks, a big shout out to Adrian. If you want, you guys can check out his channel. It's Adrian from Passive Income Investing, who introduced me to these ETFs, and I'm forever grateful. Uh, Before, dividend investing was limited to 4%, 5%, and when I watched his channel, I realized what the potential of covered call ETFs could be, with every ETF being at least 12% or higher, 12, 15, 20, 30, 50%. So I'm really glad that I came across his channel and he introduced me to these high income ETFs. Um, let's hope things work out for this high income ETF. We still have uh, you know um, a few more years to prove, because this has a track record of 3 years. Generally, people are looking for 5 years to 10 years track record, and they haven't missed a single dividend payment till date in the last, I would say, 4 years that they've been in business. And yeah, you want to buy these when it's lower, because all you care about is the amount of units you own, because you're getting paid for the amount of units that you own, not for the dollar value of these ETFs. So yeah, guys, hopefully by the time I record my next video, Bitcoin hits 100,000. It's struggling here in this 99 range. It's been bouncing up and down, but hopefully by the time I make my next video, we will be at 100,000. It's just a psychological level, which then will boost everything else up and will definitely reflect in my portfolio. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. We're midnight, May 8th, portfolio value 80,397.